and welcome to the realm of insanity. I am the Queen, KPowerXD, and we're back with another new game, a game called Pentiment. This code was gifted to me by Xbox. I actually had early access but didn't have a chance to play it. But don't worry, because if you have Xbox Game Pass, I believe it's on Xbox Game Pass, so you can play this too. Without further ado, shall we go play with some peasants, like I do every day on stream? Haha. It's funny because it's true. I'm watching on a Samsung smart fridge. Well, look at you. Read easy fonts. This game uses stylized fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. The easy read fonts option improves legibility and disabling some fonts with writing effects. Use stylized fonts, use easy read fonts. I'm going to use the stylized ones, but I am going to read to you. So if you can't see them, don't worry. Well, if you can hear me reading them, and if you and we've got closed captions live on Twitch as well. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to do it on YouTube yet. Yes. Oh. It's an eraser. Okay. Oh. Dang it! They didn't give me enough time to rub it all out. I hate that. Do you mind? Xbox Game Studios presents... Ooh. An Obsidian Entertainment production. Music's a bop. Pentiment. That hurts my brain. Forget to go retweet my tweet. I post a short video every day. I go live on Twitch. I post it across platforms and it's pretty cool. I say myself. I stream with a bunch of peasants on a basis 4 days a week. Bunch of peasants, yeah. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. I need you to finish the commission by the end of April. Keep your conversation with Brother Piero to a minimum. I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. Hee hee, up to the devil's work again, are you? Don't encourage him. Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind, suppletive to those of the body. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work the sew crates away. Hee-hee! What is this? How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologised and said I'd be more mindful. I said it's not my fault that God made me handsome. I ignored him, which is what the comment merited. Guys, I said it's not my fault that God made me this handsome. You're insufferable. Alas, this Christian faith views desire less favourably than I did in my time. Oh?
Perhaps this longing for your will instill in them a greater appreciation for beauty.
Right! Try telling that to the abbot next time, Andreas. Hee!
Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you.
Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal.
Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher.
Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least?
That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits.
It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us.
Oh, true, your majesty.
Will you visit us again soon?
Hopefully not, but it's out of my control, your majesty. I don't know, your majesty. Well, I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty.
As are many things. Trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Until next time, Andreas.
Until next time, your majesty. What is this?
Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas.
I never do. What?
Ow!
Can I do anything? At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet.
Watch where you're going!
Chat, we made it into the game. Yeah, it's you lot, look.
Hee, they're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything.
I feel that. I feel that.
I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's poo, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy.
We won't. The abbot won't push me around. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. It'll be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. Or won't. The abbot can't push me around.
That's what I like to hear.
Ow! My ankle! Losney! Gah! Would you please Why are some of the words highlighted? I'm intrigued. That's Sunny, the one that's licking the boat. That's Sunny puns. That's we got Losney and Buddha beating each other up on the side. Boki's above my head playing with some flowers, just trying to chill. Classic is the one that's flying the flag. Or give up. Take me home, Grobian.
As you wish, Andreas.
Badgers is the one, I don't know. Being a pleb. Good morning, Ursula. Time to get up. Ooh, okay. Do we get to move? Oh, okay. A few more pages back to the abbey. I should really clean this up. How do I clean it up? Can I? Quests. Oh. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. I thought that said something. The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Hector Moran, Prior Frenric keeps giving me all these books to read.
I'm not tired yet. Perhaps after complying? Sorry, dear, I'm very busy right now. Nothing over here for me to push buttons on.
Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well?
Ordinary as far as sleeping goes.
Well, as long as you didn't sleep poorly. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some rye you liked from the albums. From the albums, sorry, I can't talk. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey.
Otto stopped by.
Yes, around town, dawn.
You can click the underlined words? How do I click them? I don't have a mouse. I'm on Xbox.
Here you are, Andreas.
That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks.
Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey, 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean.
I don't think I can click them. I think maybe there's a way that I can look at them later. Of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. I suppose it's not out of the question. Yeah, I think I can manage it. I can't promise anything. I'll see what I'll do. Well, wait here. Were these taxes unexpected? Of course. It's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want... But I'll see. I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Because I don't want to promise things that I don't know I can do yet. You know, I've got to try first.
Of course, I understand. I hate to even ask it of you. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. St. Luke, bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it?
Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Fremring allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own.
From Nuremberg to a university and now travelling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas.
Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after a few missteps and wandering, a little too much fun.
It must be rather frightening, starting all over again.
It is, but I know now this is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that. This will be remembered. Ooh.
Certainly not anyone in tasting. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful.
It's, getting there.
Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say. Rest his soul. Now I have to get back to work of my own. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. I will see you after Vespers of supper.
Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper.
Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us.
Of course. Until later, Clara. I'm an arty artist, a farty artist. Eva?
Hello, Andreas.
Oh. View button. Chicken! Chicken! I want to pet the chicken! Boo, I can't pet the chicken. Oh. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You in today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. We hit a big rock with the plumb and it took me, Lord knows how long to put it out. You're off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right, thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh? Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been travelling too much. Where was it you spent your wandering year before you came to tasting?
Oh, pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Basil, Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich and Freiburg. Flanders, Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges and Ghent. Italy, Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice and Milan. I'm a big fan of Dutch stuff. I very much like a lot of food in that area. So I'm going to go with Flanders. Antwerp, Bruges and Ghent. All the great art cities of Flanders. Where's that? North and west down by the sea. There's your problem. The sea air has confused your sense of smell. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10-50 years? I don't think I have that long, Big Jaw. I don't think I have that long, Big Jaw. What you spend all that time in Flanders doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Oh, okay. Hi, Dragon. How are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello. Hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to art. Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion! Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Businessman. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. I want to be a heathen. A hedonist. I feel like this could be the way that I, swoon some people. Flemish women are beautiful, and the beer is wonderful. What do you think I spent all my time doing? Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it. Why not? Priests tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I revere Saint Augustine, who said, "Lord, make me chaste, but not yet." If you say so, Andreas, I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas. Jorg! Anyway, I have to get going. Jorg! Let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm talking too long, even though I did all work. Get that hook out! See you later, Andreas. Until later. Hi, Kashi. How are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, hi. What's this way? Oh, yeah, that's to the town. Peter. Andreas.
Bless you are.
Andreas.
Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been awful. The town's gone to poo since my days.
Were things very different when you were young?
How's different as beer and wee? The old abbot didn't bother much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to the percha to keep the skies clear. Weather faring.
Ah, here we go. Percha, pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia.
Memphis knew that Christ was in our hearts, even in the White Lady's name was on our lips.
Ooh. The church banned all of our observances of pagan gods, ill Peter.
Well, no, I'm told Percha that. She was here first. The Saints weren't the first to walk over Tassin. My father knew that. Old Rannon Kemper knew that. That bugger abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive.
I won't mention that to the Abbey.
Party Abbey! Purchase owns, take the abbot.
Right. I should go.
All right, good bless you.
I'm loving the voices, Kate. Thanks, Dragon. Can I pet the sheep? Oh, I just want to pet the sheep. I want to snuggle the chickens. Look at the little baby chicks. What game is this? This is Pentiment. It's not long came out. I actually had early access, but I wasn't able to play it. Hello, Andreas. Andreas Schmithu. Andreas Schmithu. It's so much smaller than the one he uses in the Abbey. Sheep! Can I pet the sheep? Can I pet the sheep? What? Hey, Andreas. Hello, Andreas. Man, I still can't pet the sheep. This is so rude. Pony. Is this where I just came in? That is where I just came in. Where do I go then? Oh. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What you want? I'm keeping an eye on 'em. That looks like a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of Prince Raz fell and the sheep started up in it. Is there something that I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? Will no. Then no, but thank you. Christian of you to offer. Oh, look, there's something going on up the Standler's place. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucker's giving him an earful. God, I'm guessing that's going to say. I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding, when Joan pulled his pants down. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. You think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What, Aunt Hetty?
behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now?
Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course, see you later. Don't work too hard, Martin. Good luck. Help your aunt and your cousin, all right? Help your aunt and your cousin, all right? Eat poo, Andreas. Oh dear, Andreas. Oh. Can I not go that way? There we go. Oh no! Hello, Eterno. How are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. You really want to play this game. Everyone just like that. A moment, I will. Or can I play with chickens? Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Claus. Another day at the Abbey, another few hours to work on my masterpiece.
Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. I really need to see these new woodcuts I have for the Italian edition of Tillo Sprinkler.
I didn't realise Father Thomas let you print books in Italian.
Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from...
You say witch mania, adventure stories about adventure stories of questionable moral pursuit.
He doesn't mind those so much, actually.
No?
As long as they don't get too carnal.
Oh.
So, supper tonight, Tartar Vespers?
Of course. Thank you.
Great. I'll tell Marie and Bert that you're coming. I'll see you then.
Don't know what his voice is going to be like yet. I've not quite got there. See you later. Trucker house. Bless. God bless, Master Mailer. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father, but I'm running late to the Abbey. It's no problem if you don't have time for me today. But the question is, will you have time for the Lord on Sunday? You understand how important it is that it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communication, don't you? I do, but I've been working on sketches late at night and... Andreas, this is about more than your success in life. There is a Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mailer, this is Lorenz, Baron Rovogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbours were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles of the Emperor's diet. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but, whack? He was... But he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him bother the painter. Why was the diet a temple, my lord? Who was the artist, my lord? Who was the artist, my lord? I'm sure you know him, an old man from Nuremberg, with enough reputation to paint the Emperor. I mean, I'm sorry, my lord, I'm not sure who you mean. Have you not heard of Albrecht Dürer? Pity. I thought he was known across the Empire. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Riesu. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tafsife he was reading during my last visit. An account of early history of Tosinkrist, whose previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothvogel brought another to the abbey as a gift. Yes, this is by Obsidian, and it's on Xbox Game Pass if anyone wants to give it a go. I was gifted this code by Xbox. I actually had early access, but I wasn't able to play it at the time. Ollie, hello, by the way, on TikTok. Hope you're glad, because if you're not upset. And Eterno, hello. Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello. I think I said hello so earlier, but I don't remember because I got distracted because there was a lot going on. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy of Corbrut, the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tesving's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot, and I've come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here. It is an honour to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping the Abbey Scriptorium. A Nuremberger artist working in an Abbey Scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Surely my lord would find little entertainment or companionship in me. I have yet to judge the quality of your entertainment, though it sounds like we're off to a bad start. Thank you for your introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? No, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up at the after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We'll see you then. Michaelis, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. I don't like him either. That's why I didn't want to hang with him. But I guess I have to hang with him anyway. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg? Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt? Wonderful! The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. Do seem fascinating, sure, why not? I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even roared his list of 95 theses against the church read. Father Matthias is not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Why are you so interested in my education? Ah, yes, it must seem strange. I did not attend university, but I had a rich private education at my family's estate. Oh, yes, it must seem strange. I did not attend university, but I had a rich private education at my family's estate. Why did it just randomly repeat the same thing? Why has it changed font? What's going on? I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate?
Fishing in the Elder Scrolls line. Fishing. Northern Elsewhere has
Nice, it's like a little story time.
fishing. Got a fish in our tank because you get the rest of pie.
Heyo, Strad!
Hope you have been doing well.
I have, thank you. Hi, Strad, how are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you're not, Strad, thank you very, very much for the resubscription. I really appreciate it. Welcome or welcome back to the Offshore Tea Suppliers. Enjoy your chat badge, your emotes, the ability to change room lights, and the ability to sound commands. All the commands available to you are underneath exclamation mark commands. Enjoy. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that is a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Ooh, Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, hearsay, heresies, and similar subjects. Andreas knows the basics of fractured systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Andreas is familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. Medicine. All things medical, studying the latest and greatest text coming out of Italy. Yes, the Italians continue to innovate in that area. Extraordinary, really. I feel like I've just messed up because I picked the Dutch and French earlier. Whoops. Short week since Turkey Day is this week. Oh, yes, it is. Yes. Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may learn about the human body in decades to come?
You! If I had any faith, I'd have prayed you'd never show your face here again! Curse you, Lorenz Rothergill! Purchase dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate!
These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? The trivium and quadrivium represent the lower and upper divisions of classic liberal arts, university education, Latin, grammar, logic, and rhetoric, perform the trivium, arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. Jesus. Do you have a favourite subject? Oh, Latinist. Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. He can also easily recall quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republic Empire. Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of information and as he receives it. He is adept at spatial analysis and can perform complicated calculations in his head. Orator. Andreas excelled in rhetoric at university. He's a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Occultist. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge in alchemy, astrology, theurology, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Heavens and earth. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, their movement. He's also familiar with various plants and animals from studying personal... I'm going to be an occultist. I used my access to the university's library to pursue more eccentric interests. Oh? Eccentric how? Mystical text, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination, surely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Phoenisoscorpius Hermectium, and my interest only deepened from there. Ooh. A compilation of 17 religious and philosophical treatises, encompassing the variety of... That's a lot of words. Hi, Anubis! How are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello. Quite interesting. Andreas, I'll make some time to speak with you more on this topic during my stay. As you wish, my lord. And your other studies? Was there anything else you excelled at? Do I get to pick another one? Ooh. I think I'm gonna be a persuader so I can persuade people about my occult stuff. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric. Ah, I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. True. We have less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. Exactly. The doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade the politicians, but to move the mind towards the Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange, style, internalise them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid. Though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of rural town in the Crucia of Rome. Well put. Ah, there's the abbey. Wrong hole. I have good memories of this place, and of Father Matthias, of course. I was sad to hear of his passing. How are you come to know him? How did you come to know Kirsu at all? My family have been patrons of Kirsu for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Kirsu still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Well, there's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, a young scribe and me. Ah, well, perhaps it is nostalgia that brings me back here. I commissioned a manuscript from Father Gernot years ago. I thought I'd stop by to check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do not know the artist. Well, the venerable Brother Piero.
How venerable.
He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with colour. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Michaelis, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Uh-oh.
Angry nuns.
Nuns? Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Kirisu is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognise you. We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. You must be Father Gernot. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. If you say so, I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord.
That's terrible.
Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Well, yes, I mean no. It's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there.
Wow, he's a bit of a flap, isn't he?
Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Of course, Father. I'm eager to get to work. Then get to work. What a grump.
Oh, a crow.
Who? I should have asked him about an advance on Goethe's taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. Yes, after I've done the work, maybe. Find a way to get paid. Or
Bless you, Master Mailer. God bless you. How goes your work in the scriptorium?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in the saffron Agnes Stegerans received yesterday.
What? Saffron? Really? Where'd you hear that?
Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans. Maybe you can convince Prior Fremrick to get some for your yellows.
Good to know. How's Miss Fanger?
She's around here somewhere, hopefully getting to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does.
Until later, Sister Gertrude.
Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Satia one of these days.
God bless you, Master Mailer. Oh, no. Bless you, Brother Pierre. God bless you, Brother Piero? No. Wait, it's Master Mailer. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret. During the day, I can see some colours. How do you know it was me? You and Brother Piero smell of the pigments you use. But you're taller, and you have another smell to you, like fish or burnt almonds. Oh, that's old linseed oil, popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. Oh, I should have said I'm much more handsome! I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it. How are Sister Gertrude's herbs coming? It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still, working with herbs suits me. Have a good day, Sister Margaret. Bless you, Master Mailer. Can I not? A reliquary containing the hand of Saint Moritz. Moritz! You smell like burnt almonds. That's the lower abbey. That's the church. Cloister.
Victime Pascali laudes, Immolen Christ.
God bless you, Andres. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudger? Oh, yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. Crypt. Tower. Dormitory. Old Bailey. Sacristy. Dormitory. And we're going to see some ladies getting changed. Ooh. Cloister. Bailey! Scriptorium, right. This is where I need to go for the scriptorium. Cemetery, scriptorium. Friar's house. Probably shouldn't be going in there just yet. I'm going to go to the crypt. Church, dormitory. Church. Crypt. Sacristy. What is it you think you're doing, Master Mailer? Doing? Stay away from the sacristy. You know you're not allowed in there. You know me, I just like to take a peek where I'm not allowed. What a uniquely fascinating and endearing trait. Stay out. Ah, of course, my apologies. Thank you, Master Mailer. I really want to get in there now. I really want to go in there now. The foundations of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. These tomb markers go back centuries, all the way to founding the abbey. Abbot Durick, from the height of Croesus' power in the 14th century, those days have long passed. A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. Key? That was it. Now what? Key? Huh? A secret Entrance to the library. I'll have to remember this. I think I've just speed run part of the game. I don't think I was meant to find that yet. Because I can't go in there. I can't go in it. Oh my god, can I dong the bells? Can I dong the bells? Please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, let me dong the bell. Oh, it's rude. I wanted to dong the bells. I bet I'll get to dong the bells later.
Victime Pascal.
What do you mean? Thank goodness Kate can't ding dong yet. God be with you, Andreas. Right, I suppose I should go do some work. Or go find this guy that I'm supposed to find. A quest. Brother Matthew about an early payment for my manuscript. Matthew. Mattheone, pepperoni, baloney, Mattheone. Infirmary. Who are you, Brother Matthew? Florian? Bless you. God bless you, Andreas. Brother Florian, how are you? The brothers and sisters are well, so I am well, thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Thraka lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from the Bologna soon. I'm quite interested in it. Can you read Italian? No. Little Italian and my Latin is not as good as I would like. I was hoping Brother Fiero could help me with it, if he has the time. I'm sure he'll make time. He's a patient teacher. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas. Until then. I think if I chose Italian, I would have been able to help there. Most of these medicines were made by Agnes, with some help from Sister Gertrude. Good old Gertrude. Whoa, go back. I missed a thing. Saint Luke, the patron of artists and the patron of healers. Ah. Hi, Drama. How are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello. I'm good at a good old ding-dong. Monastery Loquarium. Loquary who? Church. Oh. It's just a shortcut back to church. Are you liking the game? It's definitely, I don't know what I expected. It's pretty good. I love the, I'm really liking the art styles. Large garden, courtyard and lavatorium, refectory, shbat. God give you health, Master Miller. Brother Sabat, I'm surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I'll be leaving soon, returning to Rome. And I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rudolph's generosity earlier. We showed much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance yesterday, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mayor, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love you someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around. I would like that. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the other townsfolk. The townsfolk? Why do you suddenly go country there? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Ah yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. Do you not eat here with the brothers? Yes, but I am a guest, and I am not bound by the rule as they are. Father Gernot kindly allows me to come and go as I need. What? Thank you. That needed correcting. I do not know what work the abbot has in store for me, but I may be able to spare some time. If you are unable to, it is no trouble. God give you health, Andreas. Church, dormitory, kitchen and cellar. Kitchen! Food. Hello, Andreas. How goes it in the kitchen? My brother Worcester working you hard? Not too bad. Brother Worcester is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who make things hard. How so? I shouldn't complain. They just like their food in a certain way and I'm not that good at cooking yet. I'm sure Brother Worcester will teach you well in time. Brother Adolf complains about his food too, but he complains it to Brother Worcester. What? Does Brother Adolf know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall! I don't even know where that is. It's a land to the west, across the sea, where all they eat is fish. Sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about, the fish. He likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning. Thanks. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Cellar. Large garden. Ooh. I wonder what recipes the brothers have for peas. These cucumbers are growing quickly. Sure, whatever there isn't will be pickled. Gherkins. God bless you, Andreas. Poppy! Yeah! You can pet the dog in Pentiment. Oh, baby. Why's that good, Poppy? Andreas. God bless you, Father Gurner. I wanted to speak to you on behalf of the Gurners. The Gurners? What about them? They're struggling to cope with the increase in taxes and like to negotiate a bit rate on the Clara mentioned they're behind on tax payments, the Abbey. I told her I'd talk to you about the matter. I want you to waive the late payment on Gurners' taxes. I feel like negotiating because I'm behind on my work apparently. They're struggling to cope with the increase on taxes. I'd like to negotiate a better rate on their behalf. You are an artist, Andreas, not a banker. The financial agreements between the Abbey and the Gurners are none of your business. Maybe not in the long run, but I hate to see them struggling. Can't we discuss something they are now that I've asked for me. Maybe not in the long run, Father, but I hate to see him struggling. Can't we discuss something? The Gurners have fiscal contributions to the Abbey. The church owns this land, and I can rightfully tax it. If there is nothing else to discuss, then I must return to my duties. God bless you, Andreas. What a fanny! Andreas, he's actually not even going to talk to me about it. What an absolute flaphead. Boo. Chapter house? A Dance of Death mural. Brother Matthias had it painted a few years ago before his death. It's beautiful. I took the persuasion class as well. Very upsetting. It's a good mural. Nice mural. Man, I feel like I'm getting lost. can't even remember how I got to that way. I think it was a courtyard. Was it? No. No. What's through here though? Ooh, pretty. Cemetery? The apple trees have only just started to bloom. It will be months before they bear any fruit. Monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Oh my god, there's so many places to explore! But I want to go to the animal pens. Hello, sheepies! Hello! Hello, chickens! Good day, Andreas. Can I not pet the sheep? Abattoir. Cannot go in the abattoir. Did I go in the cellar? I didn't go in the cellar, did I? Morning, Andreas. How's living with the Gerters? It's great. They're a lovely family. Clara's a good woman, and she looks after Big Georg and Eva like they're her own. They're both almost fully grown. True. I suppose it's less than what they need. Less that they need looking after. More that she cares so. Little Ursula's in good hands. Anyway, if I don't see you around the abbey later, maybe I'll see you in Tasing tomorrow. Until then. Can I not, like, steal some stuff from here to make money for those lovely people? Have I been in here yet? When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lector reads to them. Oh my gosh. Cloister? Courtyard? I can't remember how to get to the scriptory, Fanny. I'm sure there are a few relics about that you could borrow and sell to help those folks with their debt. See, that's exactly what I was just thinking. They've got to have some spare things lying around that they don't want, right? I'm sure I went through the church. And... Old Bailey, that was it. Scriptorium.
Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you.
Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well.
I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming.
Big Georg Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Eldic has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming.
Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Alicia outside of Barfowl.
Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adic?
I am comparing you to an independent youth whom the Lord in his infallible wisdom may choose to strike down.
Calm yourself, Brother Adok. You're too sensitive to guys' jokes.
I'm old, Andreas. Every fight against me stings with the fire of 1,000 wasps. I pray to God for the strength to install this wickedness.
Well, I hope everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Fenric is not overseeing us today? He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothogel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse. Fenric is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothogel, it's pathetic.
You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. That's shameful! So, Baron Rothogel and his manuscript. It just realised that he would want to see his manuscript. How silly of me, of course that's why he's visiting.
Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Guy, someday you will stand where Piero is, and a young monk will stand where you are now. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else.
Andreas, Baron Rothogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freezing. Caruso is already out of favour. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention.
Well, if Prior Fenric isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Indar Moore manuscript. What do you want, Andreas? What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Indar Moore manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? No, because I was dreaming about you. Liar. Could I just get the book? Ugh. It's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need it to reference my work. Really. My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Gil and Mater to get it. That's helpful.
Sister Elementor! Andreas needs help finding a book, and I don't know where it is.
Andreas? Sister Illuminator, I'd like to borrow the Indar Moore manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Yeah, please return it promptly. The art style in this game is awesome.
Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming?
Of course, your opinion is always welcome.
Yes, the composition is lovely. There is joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colours is also quite nice, rich and beautiful of their own, but not overpowering the scene.
It doesn't quite feel right. I don't know why.
It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work.
Brother, you know I don't like having to do more work than I have to. Brother, you know I don't like doing more work than I have to.
I'm not saying you should do more work, but suggesting that there should be more of yourself in the work.
didn't know there was room for me in here.
It's inescapable. We all put ourselves into our work, whether we realise it or not. What does this painting represent?
It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter.
Andreas, the peasants are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it. Even Father Gernot.
What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted.
But it's not the way November is. Art is an illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to the truth.
It is most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for the truth.
Yes, but with God's grace, his Book of Hours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinion. They are just the truths of one old monk. There is no place for the Mosaic Scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time.
Does that make you sad?
I admit, I am still fond of the old styles of lettering and innovation. But even in my youth, I knew it could not last. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth.
I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. And Brother Guy.
It is kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life, and I'm happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready.
I wanted to ding dong.
Ah, where has the time gone? It is already.
Trees? Terse, monastic hour corresponding to 9 a.m. Look at the puppy. One of the little hours of prayer, Terse precedes mass in the chapter meeting.
Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honouring the rule.
The Rule of St. Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monasteric life.
Until later, Andreas.
Until later. Oops. Suspicious. What's about? What's going on in there? Yes, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illumina, I knocked a bowl of paint on the floor. But then Prior Fenric came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed and left. He was in such a hurry, I didn't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut. Prior Fenric should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. He seemed to be in a great hurry. I think he is on edge since Baron Rosfogel arrived early. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries at Cologne, Fulda and Mainz. No, it is not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Rothogal? Why is Prior Fenric so nervous? Lorenz? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the Prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course. Of course, I'll help in any way I can. Thank you. It is for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for. Find them and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of Elendid. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Oh, I know the ones. They're among Pierre's favourites. He keeps them by my desk. They are not his to keep. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Elendid is not one of my favourite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Do you ever think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or weaned crones. Like Dido, we extraordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that. From the empress to a nun, it is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you're not fond of Aenid. It is fine poetry for men. Now, the books, if you please. That was deep. Thank you. Next, Wretched Grin. This is a printed copy. Green cover, diamond pattern. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the subscription is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Ados was reading it. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amanda Rusco of Ugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. In the end, Gurin learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. I suppose you're right. It's better suited for knaves like me. It's not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we were born. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the Book of Andreas, we must return it, or would you like the abbot to receive a 4th letter? I hate to see the brothers disappointed, but I understand. It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Amandia Rusco's property. The book, please. There is only one book left. Then you will be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. Oh, I remember that. I believe Brother Guy was reading it. Now I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good. Please, bring it here. What is this anyway? Ah, it's in French. The soul that God has touched, empty of sin in the first state of grace. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it is a dangerous book, Andreas Mailer. One of the previous abbots tolerated in spite of a paper ordeal to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned the book, all copies to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? Years ago. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loves books. all the books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. And he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed, even if their content is in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions. The Church was wrong. I'm not going to debate this with you, Andreas. And Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. When I refuse to give it to you if you're going to destroy it. When I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? Read it and become a French heretic. That's not funny. I'm serious. Give me that book, or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Rafagel. Considers a sound theological reason for allowing the book to exist. I appeal to your duty as a librarian of this abbey not to destroy this book. I propose a compromise. I will take the book from the abbey far away. Ooh, considered a sound theological reasons for allowing this book to exist. I appeal to your duty as the librarian of this abbey to not destroy this book. I propose a compromise. I will take the book from the abbey far, far away. Ooh. I'm either going to do compromise or consider the reasons for this book to exist. Consider the sound theological reasons for allowing this book to exist. More sound than a condemnation from 3 bishops in Paris? I mean, who are you gonna trust? Them or me? Ooh. No! Thank you for making my decision so easy. Did you leave university voluntarily, or were you expelled? I propose a compromise. I will take the book far, far away from the abbey. I'll be gone by the time further Gernot asks about it, and if you like, I can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed. I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. Oh! I swear I'll take it far away. It's been out for years, and besides, how could you have stopped me? I'm trusting you in this, Andreas, against my better judgment. Don't make me regret this. Ooh. Convince Illuminata to give you the French book. It's literally just called the French book. Can I read it? Can I read it? What was it? The Wretched Gurin? And it's... Journal. The 3 bishops can get bent, exactly! They can get out! I want to become a heathen! Take that, peasants! I think Kay's got a teeny bit hooked by this game. It's actually, you know, I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I am. I really didn't. This is really interesting. Can I, what do I do now? Am I trapped forever? Can I leave? Do I have to talk to her?
Rip and tear.
Now then. Oh, she's still gonna help me. Now then, Baron Rothvogel. Quickly though, I need to finish up here soon. Oh, okay. How you said that he buys books. He seemed unusually friendly with me. I don't understand it, honestly. He mentioned finding a copy of Historia. He mentioned finding a copy of Historia Tasse. He said it had some scandalous details in it. He also mentioned that Father Matthias had a copy and was looking for another to verify its contents. Do you know anything about the book? I have heard about it, but I've never read it, and I know little about its contents. The subject is broad, and I believe the book deals specifically with the Roman occupation of this land. What about that could have upset Father Matthias so much? I can't claim any deep insights into the former abbot's mind. I understand him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. It is not always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of their shepherd. Could something in the book have led Father Matthias to a crisis or virtue? Virtue is only found in crisis. Without it, virtues are little more than ideals. So, perhaps there is merit in that idea. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. What are you smiling about? I suppose you'll be like, I'm filled with joy of books, just a little secret. Oh, just a little secret. Then I will leave you to your self-satisfaction. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. Food! That's the bell for... Sex? It is sexed. Right. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. Guest house below the abbey. Is this it? No, that's the prior's house. Not there. Guest house below the abbey. That was by... Well, if I find the... It's food time, food time. Food time, food time. It's time for some food. Foodie, food. Oh, hi, bro. Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? Not really. What are you doing? Mind your own business. I'm only curious, and curiosity is a virtue. You're nothing but a snoop and a windbag. Bugger off! I don't want to talk to you anymore. What a whinger. Good day, Master Mailer. Ah, Andreas, good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andres. Otto, Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets us get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. With my devilish book in my pocket. Bless us, O God, and these... O Lord, and these your gifts, which we're about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, amen. 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 I've had a bad morning. Barely got anything done and my neck's aching anyway. I wish a sore neck was the worst injury I had to worry about. Is your butt short from sitting too? Alright, I get it. Fair point. All cheese! Just kidding, Andreas. You couldn't cut your finger preparing... You could cut your finger preparing quills. No, they make Guy do that. Bread. Almonds. Cheese? No, there's no cheese left. Almonds. Good, I don't like that stuck-up bugger. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rothvogel in the meadow. You're on your way up here. What is all that about? He's here to check on commission. I understand he's friendly. I think he may be here to pressure Pietro to finish the manuscript. As far as I can tell, he's come to terrorise the people of Tasig. Oh, right. I saw him getting into that Lucky. I saw him getting into it with Lucky this morning. I'm not one for gossip, but that can't be good for anyone. Didn't I see the widow Kempery getting it with you two as well? It seems like the Baron left more than one bad impression on this last visit to Tayson. Father Matthias knew him well, but he had misgivings about the man. He does seem like he has an unsavoury side to him. You got that right. He's been known to fool around with young women. He's married, of course. Or, oh, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to be spreading rumours like that. It's not gossip if he beat up that farmer a few years back. Old Rangin, may he rest in peace. Well, I weren't there, so I don't know. But he did do that, yes. If he did do that, he speaks poorly of his character. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that. What are you talking about, then? I mean, no offence, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? Martin Luther, my time at university, a variety of other things, he's quite well educated. Sure, I imagine you have a lot of time to read when you don't have to worry about where your next meal is coming from. This bitterness is and envy are not good for our Christian souls, are. That's not envy, Andress. No one should get away with what he does. That's what this Abbey does. No offence to you, Andreas, I don't have any problem with the books the Abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the Abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. No, I understand. I see why people represent the Abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord. Oh, what? Did you see that Bar's sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence and he probably did a bad job at it. He's always in a foul mood and he could be the laziest soul in Tayson. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and have a father of such a young age and he barely lifts a finger for his wife and child. On top of that, he's a damn thief. And before you say it, Andress, it's more than just gossip. Look at him over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the first amount of effort. He's a born striker, sure enough. I know one when I see one. Especially when you look in a mirror. Speaking of the borrowed sheep, their ears are strawn and the woman will be spinging it soon, Otto. I got it, Andress. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right. I'll catch up in a moment, Andress. Oh, Andreas, can you say hello to Eve for me if you get the chance? Eva, huh? Well chosen, Otto. Andreas, don't! Just tell her hello from me and keep out of it! You're the one involving me in your courtship. I didn't ask to be the messenger. Fine, I'll tell her. Time to get back to work. But, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to. Because it's time for my food. So, alas, the sound of the bell to go back to work. I'm now going to stop work.
Thank you to Xbox for giving me early access to Pentiment, and also for giving me the code. I'm really sorry I didn't get to play the early access, but I'm glad I got to play it now. Also, this is a good time to stop because you can go and play the game and make your own decisions. If you get a different option to me at the beginning, let me know. Did you take the book? Did you take the book? If you're on YouTube, thanks for coming along.